Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be testing a full face of the lowest rated products from Ulta. So cozy. Alright, so I was looking back at some of my old videos and I seen that in May of this year, I did a video testing best-selling drugstore makeup. So then that kind of got me looking on Ulta's website, and I thought, well, what is some of their lowest rated makeup? And the ratings kind of don't make sense to me because I don't understand how they really score stuff. I mean, obviously low stars, yes, but like if one person comments and gives it 5 stars, then that puts it above something that 2,800 people commented on and it has, like, you know, 4 stars. But you know what I mean, it's not completely accurate, I don't think. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. This is up to snow good. This is a set I got from TJ Maxx last year. No, Target. Got my sweater coffee cup, and I got my hair in my little bunny twist. I haven't had this for a while. The point of that story is I have gathered up, I went through and looked at the lowest rated makeup. All of this is drugstore except for 2 items, and I just basically looked until I found the first thing that was lowest rated that I already had in my collection, because I didn't want to actually buy makeup. I wanted to use products that I had. So I have gathered those up and we are going to put those on the face and see. I think we've come to the understanding that makeup is subjective and it all depends on what your tastes are, what my tastes are, and some things I love you may hate, some things you hate I may love, and I think that that's going to be the case here today. So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and start with primer. The lowest rated primer that I could find that I currently own is the Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. Honestly, I'm shocked by this. I always heard such good things about it, so to see that this is one of the lowest rated was kind of shocking, to tell you the truth. I remember buying this and getting it in like one of those kits from from Ulta that had like samples of stuff and then one full-size product. So you could like test it, and then if you like it, you got a $5 card to purchase, a $5 card coupon off of one item purchased at full size. Like, sorry, I'm drinking coffee and I just had taco lasagna. So my body's a disaster. I believe this came in the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops. I'm almost positive this came with this Becca. Haven't pulled that out of there for a while. So anyway, that is the primer. Let's see. I have freshly washed brushes, so that's exciting. Also, this cheek, the reason it's so red, I was testing a blush and it refuses to come off. So stay tuned for that video. Yeah, I actually think that my complexion looks nice. It looks just a little glowy. I mean, I don't see anything bad with this at all. So seeing that's one of the lowest rated primers was kind of shocking, actually. Alright, so moving on to face. This one did not shock me as much, just because I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on it. For me, it actually is a product that I enjoy, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. They didn't like how it applied, did not like the finish, or, oh yeah, now I smell it. The smell of it has been akin to the smell of yeast or bread. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Silk Milk Nourishing Foundation. Mine is in the shade 520 Fair. So I am just going to put some on the back of my hand. If you have not seen where I actually did a full foundation wear test of this, I will link that for you above and below. I don't know where I was looking with that. Above and below, so you can go check that out. I actually also, I believe, used this in a video where I did my sister's makeup, which was way back in the summer, like summer makeup for teens. So I'll link that for you as well. So I am just blending this out. Now, they call this a foundation. I would say that that is a stretch. I would much more describe this as a BB cream. Very light coverage. Like, let me look at what the back said, in fact. Sheer buildable coverage. Sheer, definitely. I don't know so much about buildable, to tell you the honest truth. Now, I do like this. I use it for quick makeup days where I just want to even the skin, but not really get, you're not going to get complete coverage with this. You're not going to hide all the redness or any of the imperfections that you're trying to get rid of on your face. So just be aware of that. Yeah, I mean, it's not a foundation. I think that that was a gross error in the marketing of this to call it a foundation, because I would not say that you get any type of foundation coverage from this. It's much more of a BB cream, like the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh. I would think that this is like CoverGirl's version of that. Like, let me swatch them and see. Yeah, so here's like, wait, which one? Here's Maybelline, here's CoverGirl. I do prefer the shade range in the CoverGirl Clean Fresh, but again, would I call that a foundation? No, not really. So anyway, here's that all blended out. So it says buildable, so let's give it a try. I'm going to attempt to build it up just a little bit on my cheeks, which is generally where I have the most redness, and we'll take a little bit on the nose, and let's see if we can build this up at all. So that did not really a whole lot. However, I will say this is the fullest coverage I have ever gotten with this product, and using, this is the NYX Professional, one of their brushes, an application by stamping it in versus a beauty blender or even swiping it. Sometimes I would use it with this RT Go brush and like buff it, but I actually think that putting it on and stamping it into the skin was the best coverage I've gotten with this particular product since I've tried it. Sorry if I seem kind of like, that's because the boys are actually awake. I fell asleep during nap time. We were up at like 7, which isn't bad, but I was just tired and I fell asleep. So I am trying to film this quickly while they're eating lunch and watching TV. So for concealer, this is another one that really didn't surprise me. For me, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not amazing. It's one that, again, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on from other YouTube people. So this is the Physicians Formula Natural Defense Total Coverage Concealer. Mine is in the shade Fair. So for this product, you have to close or open the top. So you have to open the top and then squeeze it out, and it comes out in that center hole. And we are just going to stamp some of this on. And then make sure you close that back, or otherwise it will leak. And then I'm going to go in with a sponge and just blend this out. This is one, hang on, let me get away from my mouth. This concealer confused me, and I will link also the video where I tried this product, because it was released with the Sheer line of Defense Foundation, and this is the Total Coverage Concealer. So you have a sheer foundation released with a total coverage concealer, and it was kind of like, what? Because it just didn't make sense that they were put together, but yet not the same capacity or slightly there. Like they're completely opposite ends of the spectrum. Like I said, you have a sheer coverage foundation. I mean, this says Sheer line of defense, and then this says total coverage concealer. So like that completely opposite ends was kind of confusing, and I thought, you know, maybe maybe that's for people who, I don't know. It's like, how do you really rationalize or justify that? I don't know. I still don't know to this day. So anyways, this concealer did confuse me with that release. But in and of itself, let's blend it out and then we'll look at what I think here. Okay, so I now have that blended in. Honestly, it doesn't look bad once you take your finger and just kind of warm it up a touch at the very end of blending it out. It looks nice. My face does look a little odd having more full coverage concealer compared to that lighter BB cream, so I'm just going to try to even this out just a tad with this concealer. That is now on and blended, and I will say I'm looking a little dry with those combined. I'm not gonna lie and say it looks the best. It's a little dry. It's a little dry. All right, so before I go in and powder, the next two products are cream-esque liquids, so let's do this first. So going in to blush, the worst rated blush that I own is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Dewy Blush Elixir. This is in the shade Apricot. Nope, Gorgeous Peach. Honestly, I was a little shocked by that because I thought that this got really good reviews when it was released. Now, there is, for some reason, in my blush, these little chunks. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if those are like oil breaking up in the blush or exactly what those are. However, I just tend to try to warm it up on the back of my hand, and that seems to melt the majority of those little whatever they are. So then I'm just going to stamp this on with the sponge. Again, I was really shocked to see this rated so low. I felt that this got pretty good reviews, especially in comparison to like the Maybelline Cheek Heat. Now that one I wouldn't have been shocked to see rated lower. Even the CoverGirl Clean Fresh cream blushes, those didn't seem to do as well as this Organic Wear Physicians Formula blush did either. So again, I was kind of shocked to see this rated or so low on the scale. But again, I don't really understand how the scale works. So let's take a look at it in the mirror. Yeah, I have to say, I really enjoy this blush. I think it looks really nice. I love this color, this Gorgeous Peach. It's one that I like and enjoy using. I think it looks super nice. It actually kind of melted the concealer and the foundation underneath of it. So this one for me is a win. I actually really enjoy this product. Okay, so next for bronzer, we have the Physicians Formula. There must be something about this Organic Wear line, because we'll talk about that in a minute. The Physicians Formula Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer with jojoba oil. Mine is in the shade Toffee. So I'm just going to warm this up onto the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take a sponge, dip it into that, and just go in and start stamping this on. Again, this is another product that I honestly enjoy. I think it looks really nice. I believe it was Jessica Braun that equated this to a somewhat dupe for the Milk Makeup Bronzer in the shade Baked. Now, I do have the Milk Makeup Bronzer, but mine is in the shade Blaze. So, that is quite a bit darker than this one. So I really haven't tested that out. But yeah, I actually really like this product. I'm going to go in with my stippling brush and just kind of go ahead and finish blending this out. Oh, see, that blended out so well. I'm just going to take a little bit more, stipple it onto my forehead and across my nose. And there we go. I think we have it. And honestly, again, I really like this product. I have used it quite a bit. I feel like it has good staying power. I really like the color for my fair skin tone. So for me, that is another product that I enjoy and am kind of shocked that it was rated so low. Alright, back to powder. Now, this powder, they showed being rated low in a kit, but then I just went like maybe 3 powders up and it had the full size. So I thought, okay, this powder as a whole is rated pretty low. And this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. So I'm going to tap some of this out, and we are going to set under the eyes with it. Let me look, make sure I don't need to tap any concealer out since we took a second here. I'm gonna go ahead and go in. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but it doesn't look the worst. Alright, I'm gonna take some and just kind of set the rest of the face. Okay, I don't think you can see it in my camera very well, but I'm starting to look a little rough. Like, yeah, now you can see it. Like right there, that does not look the best. Ooh, that doesn't look very good. Kind of looks like when your skin is going to start peeling off because you have a sunburn. Alright, let's go back and grab highlighter. We have the Maybelline Master Holographic Prismatic Highlighter. Okay, so this highlighter is Chalk City. Nothing really but a white streak of glitter. Awesomeness. I don't even want to put that on my good... I don't even want to use my good highlighter brush. Alright. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Okay, here we go. I don't even see anything, and I'm not really too mad about it. Look. Oh, I spoke too soon. Oh, it's got like a purple shift to it. Should have used this for my Ursula video. 10 out of 10 would not recommend unless you need like, no, I wouldn't even recommend it if you need a purple highlighter. The best purple highlighter I've ever come across is from Ofra. This Nikki Tutorials palette. Now that's a purple highlighter. So yeah, this. Alright, now that my desk is covered in all that garb, let's go on to eyes. Alright, let's do eyebrows really quick. So for eyebrows, one of the lowest rated products was the LA Girl Brow Bestie Long Wearing Gel. And honestly, not super shocked. This is in the shade Dark Blonde. I've had this for a little while, and what I have to say is you just get too much gel on this brush. So really, if you want to use it, you need to like wipe the gel on the back of your hand and then take a separate eyebrow brush and apply the product. Because if you go in straight with that, with this applicator, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a horrible mess. I'm trying to find my brush right now. So I'm going in, taking some of that gel on this brush, and I'm going to spoolie up my brows and then start to apply this gel. So yeah, that's about the best way to apply it. But I can see why this would be so low rated if, one, you don't want to take that extra step, or two, you haven't even tried. And let me just show you on the other brow. Alright, so I just pulled it out like a fresh dip. Let me show you what happens. Okay, so see all that product right there? Okay, so I have just product all in my brow, and then when you take a spoolie and try to disperse it, It's not quite as precise as you may want. I mean, look at the difference. Like, I definitely got a cleaner application doing it with this versus trying to do it with this. And if you think this is going to be like a quick product, think again, because it really does take a little bit of precision and time to really get it work through your brows to where it looks nice. Like, you can't just slap this on and go like with some of the other brow products that are available. And like, it doesn't really fill in where you don't have brows. Like, you can't create a fake brow effect with this. Like, I really need to fill in right there. Well, this doesn't do that. It basically just gives more pigment to where you already have brow hairs. Like, this side's kind of okay right there, but like this side, I really need something more right here, and I'm just not getting that with this product. Yeah. So for me, this is understandable why this is rated so low. One of the lowest rated products is the Velvet Touch eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. This is in the shade Island Breeze. It looks like this. Now, I remember specifically picking this up because Jamie French had hyped it up and said that she absolutely loved these shades. And so I think one time I placed an order with e.l.f. way back when, and this was like one of the options as a free gift, and so I snatched it up. So let's see, what do I want to do here? It's kind of hard to work with because they are all cream except for, no, even that shade's cream. I don't know. Let's go in with some of this kind of, you can't hardly even see it, this pink shade. Now, the reason I would assume that this is low rated is because the shadows tend to crease. Like, I remember the last time I tried this, not too long after, the shadows had already started creasing and it just didn't look very good. I can't remember about the wear, to tell you the honest truth, because it has just been so long since I played with this product. I mean, the colors are beautiful, honestly, for everyday quick colors. It really is a nice palette. I think it's just the wear that is the issues, because these shadows do crease quite quickly. I'm gonna have to edit out so many pauses where I'm trying to think and talk. It's gonna be a nightmare. So now we'll go in with some of this. So I went in with this pink. Now I'm gonna go in with some of this dark brown shade. Okay, and then all over the lid, I'm going to go in with this shade. Now tell me though that doesn't look pretty. That's the killer. That's the part right there. So now here's what I want to test. I'm going to take some translucent powder from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to set one eye, and I'm going to leave the other eye and see if that at all helps the wear and how it changes the finish of this eyeshadow. So I'm just going in with a super fluffy brush and some translucent powder. Yeah, it definitely took, yeah, you can see it took away some of that kind of wet look. Let's see if we can go back and add some now that it's set. Yeah, it feels totally different. Okay, so anyway, there's that. Yeah, I would say that probably the reason this is rated quite low is because of the way that it wears and creases. Alright, so for mascara, the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Waterproof Mascara. This is in the shade Very Black. I don't remember how many stars this got, but I know for me it's just not one that I gravitate toward a lot. It's a really wet formula, and I feel like you really have to be careful when applying, or you're just going to get it everywhere. Oh, yep, see, got it there. Let's do one more coat over here. Yeah, okay. I hope that doesn't give me a headache. Sometimes I have a hard time with waterproof mascaras giving me a headache. So, fingers crossed that doesn't happen. All right, and on to lips. One of the lowest rated lip pencils, and I honestly was shocked because this one has a lot of hype, are just the lippie pencils from Colourpop. And this one that absolutely needs sharpened is in the shade BFF. I honestly was really shocked to see that. These, and oh, something else that shocked me was that a lot of the lowest rated products, like kind of across the board, was stuff from KKW. And the highest rated stuff across the board was a lot of things from KVD Vegan Beauty. So that kind of shocked me as well. This is not sharpening at all. We've got a little bit of sharpen on there, not very much. You know, I have to say this formula, I will say this formula is a little bit drier than I anticipated. But the color is nice. Like, honestly, probably my favorites are the Revolution Satin Kiss Lip, like, let me see. Well, it doesn't really show that on here. But like this Revolution Satin Kiss Lip Liner, as well as, oh, this is my favorite, the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in this pencil. That's my absolute favorite lip liner. So yeah, but here is the Colourpop and BFF. Great color, a little bit of a drying formula. All right, and so for lips. Now, this product I don't have, but I did want to mention, was rated very low, are these lip pencil sticks from Physicians Formula. And again, from that organic wear line. I had this in my collection at one time, but I actually returned it, which is very rare for me. And so I wanted to share with you why I did that. I purchased one of these, and the formula I didn't like, and the smell. It smelled like a rancid caramel apple, or like something bad about the fair. Just that smell was so bad that I actually returned the lip product. Like, I was not going to waste that amount of money on that lip product for how much I did not like it. Like, I didn't even want to try to make it work, is how much I just didn't like it. So in place of that, I would recommend just trying the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crowns. Much better, much creamier. But for the lowest rated from Ulta, we have the LA Girl Matte Flat Velvet. I don't know why it took me so long to read. Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick, and this is in the shade Snuggle. This one made me This one made me sad because this is one of the first lipsticks I found in like a nude color that I like. So for me, I love this lipstick. So let me apply it for you. This is, again, I don't know if I said the shade Snuggle. Oh, that actually looks really good with that BFF lip liner. Then, in case you did not know, in the lid, see this right here that shows you what color lipstick is? This is a matching gloss. Bet you didn't know. A lot of times you'll find whenever you have the color of the lip gloss displayed like this, or the lipstick, a lot of times you can pop that bottom piece off, and that will be either a swatch of the color or a lip gloss. Yeah, a lip gloss to match with the lipstick. So just FYI, be on the lookout for that. Oops. Oh. So yeah, there's a lip gloss in the top of this tube. Okay, so here's our full face of lowest rated products from Ulta that I currently have in my collection and didn't have to go out and buy. The lipstick that I just used, I absolutely love, and I will continue to use. It's a really nice color. The Becca First Light Primer, I like it. I didn't see anything crazy happen with it. I actually, in place of the Becca First Light Priming Filter, I prefer using the L'Oreal Visible Lift Luminous Serum Tint. I actually prefer this over this, and it's quite cheaper in drugstore. The Toffee bronzer from Physicians Formula, I love. The blush, I actually really like. Everything else, the eyeshadow may be a new winner. Okay, see, yeah, look. See the mascara? Smudged all up in there. The eyeshadow may be a new winner now with having gone in and set the eyeshadow over because these colors are really nice and natural. And if you notice, I just went in and used my fingers. It was like plop, 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 plop. So that's kind of good for quick makeup. The CoverGirl Clean Fresh, I do like. This combination was odd, but on their own, they're not horrible products. And this powder, probably the worst thing for me is the LA Girl Brow Bestie. Not that the product in itself is bad, but I feel like the packaging is bad and the applicator is bad for what you're trying to accomplish, trying to put that gel in your brow with this. Too much product. I mean, you get a lot of product for your money, so on that end it's like, but you have to kind of finagle it. So that is this video. Let's take a close look at my face. Yeah, it looks rough. Let's not kid ourselves. My face looks horrible right here. This little area, disaster. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.